Well. Look what's happened. In the last week, school has been cancelled, Impact has been cancelled, and so have exams. You'll remember at the start of Impact last week, I said if the schools are off, Impact will be off too. But I think when I said that, I didn't actually quite understand the amount of changes that would happen to you guys. Coronavirus has been known as that kind of illness that is affecting or impacting the elderly generation the most. For you guys, it seemed like a problem that was very much out there. But in just 1 week, that has completely changed. You guys, the younger generation, who seemed the safest, actually now have been impacted really heavily. Some of you who were planning to take exams and working really hard to smash those exams, they're not on the table anymore. Some of you guys who were preparing to go to different colleges or different universities in future, all of that's kind of been thrown up in the air. And so last week when I said that Impact will be off if schools are off, I don't think I really thought that through. I was looking at the Bible and it was in 2 Corinthians chapter 1. Now I'm going to try and open it on the page just for you guys because I know you guys love doing that. No, miles off. Okay, here we go. 2 Corinthians. If you've got a Bible, go for it. If you've not got a Bible, then I'll throw it up on the screen or something. 2 Corinthians chapter 1 verse 3. Blessed be the God and Father of our Lord Jesus Christ, the Father of mercies and God of all comfort. The God of the Bible is the God of all comfort. All the comfort that you could ever know can come from him. And not just that, but in verse 4, who comforts us in all our affliction. The God of all comfort comforts us through all affliction, whatever we're going through. That's really helpful for us to know, particularly at a time where some of us might not feel like they're going to get to see their friends. The God of all comfort comforts us in all affliction. But more than that is the end of verse 4, which really stood out to me. He comforts us in all our affliction so that we may be able to comfort those who are in any affliction with the comfort with which we ourselves are comforted by God. You guys are going through quite a lot of affliction right now. And so I know a comfort from this God. And so do the rest of the Impact leaders. And we want to share that comfort with you guys. So we've come to a bit of a decision about Impact. We're going to move Friday Night Impacts online, Impact and Impact Plus, for the foreseeable future. Now that means that kind of the term timetable meant that there was 3 more Fridays until Easter, but we're going to keep running this throughout the Easter holidays because we want to connect with you guys, we want to keep in touch with you guys, we want to help comfort you guys through whatever you're going through. So what is online Impact going to look like? Great question. Well, the start of each group will start in that Zoom meeting room, as it were. Think of that as like the lower hall. And then we'll kind of come over to a video like this, where there'll be a mix of different things. I'll tell you about things that are happening in the week. I'll tell you different fun challenges that I want you to do for the week ahead. And also there'll be a little bit of Bible teaching. After that, we'll head back over to Zoom and we'll break off into smaller little meeting groups, a bit like the discussion groups that we have at Impact. And that's just a chance for you guys to chat about the teaching that we've heard with leaders, but also a chance for you guys to just process everything that's going on in your lives. We'll be in 2 separate groups kind of moving forward, Impact and Impact Plus. And the Impact Plus group will probably be a little bit more relaxed. We'll have a little bit more face-to-face live stuff going on. But that's not all. We don't just want to do Friday Night Impact. Lots of us are going to be hanging around at home doing different things. And so what we also want to do is we kind of want to add a little midweek social in for you guys. So I'm going to send you a little form right now in the Zoom chat. There it is. It's there for you right now. It's there. If you think you've got a fun idea that all of us or a few of us could do together, go on that form, fill it in, let us know what you think, and we'll try and implement some in the weeks ahead. We want kind of this time to be a chance where we see more of you rather than less of you. So you guys will know that today was meant to be a really special day. It was meant to be the Great Impact Bake Off. By the way, my favourite event, right? It was meant to be the Great Impact Bake Off, but we couldn't run it. Even if Impact happened tonight in the lower hall, we couldn't have run it anyway because there's just too much risk of infection. But now we're online, you guys could do your own Great Impact Bake Off at home. Now, I'm not going to put any rules on you of what you have to make. You can do whatever you want. If you want to make a cake, you can make a cake. If you want to ice a biscuit, you can ice a biscuit. Whatever you want to do, you can do. You need to take a picture of your work. Maybe you as the chef kind of showing it off. Photoshop Paul Hollywood behind you or something like that. And also what I want you to do is I want you to write a little kind of review of how it tasted, right? And the best review is going to help you to try and win. I don't know what the prize will be yet. Maybe there will be a prize. Maybe there won't. Maybe you'll get it in like a few months' time. I don't know. Basically, your challenge for this week, do something for the Great Impact Bake Off. Take a picture of it. And then save it for next Friday and we'll show it to everyone. What do they say? Bakers. Start baking. That's not what they say. What do they say? What do they say? 3, 2, 1, bake. That's what they say. That is what they say. Just flicking through. Just flick. Oh, I think I've flicked far enough now. This is literally just like Impact, but me at home doing it. Just waffling to nobody. It's nice and quiet. Thanks for that, guys. Appreciate it. You guys are feeling something that kind of young people and kids don't massively feel a lot. That sense of uncertainty and just lack of control. You're kind of left wondering, what is going to happen now? I've got no idea. I feel completely out of control. And in Psalm 121, David sings a prayer to God. I lift my eyes to the hills. From where does my help come? My help comes from the Lord who made heaven and earth. He will not let your foot be moved. He who keeps you will not slumber. Behold, he who keeps Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is your keeper. The Lord is your shade on your right hand. The sun shall not strike you by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord will keep you from all evil. He will keep your life. The Lord will keep your going out and your coming in from this time forth and forevermore. This psalm tells us that the Lord is the one who is keeping things. The Lord is the one who does not sleep. When it seems like everything is out of control, he is not sleeping. He does not slumber. And actually we can kind of have two responses to that. We can either, one, kind of rue him for his decisions and why he's done that. But another way to respond, which is what David does, is he says, I lift my eyes up to the hills. From where does my help come? My help comes from the Lord, who made heaven and earth. When everything feels out of control, when everything seems uncertain, David goes to the one who is in control, to the one he can trust with certainty. Now that's a really tough thing to do when you're in a time of affliction. We know that things shouldn't be like this. Deep down we know that life should be better than this, but it's not. It's broken. But the Bible's big picture shows us that actually the tough times in life, the times of affliction, the times of difficulty, are times where we can call out to the Lord and know that he is in control. Because he is the one who is bringing everything together. He is making all things new. Let me read out just those verses from Revelation 21 for us. Verse 5, and he who is seated on the throne said, Behold, I am making all things new. Also, he said, write this down, for these words are trustworthy and true. The world that we live in now isn't the world we want. We want a bigger, better world where there is no more broken viruses, no more uncertainty, no more feeling out of control. And the Bible promises that that world is to come, and that as we look to the Lord, He will help us. He will help us through our times of trouble. He will help us through our times of affliction. And He will help us through our times where we desperately need comfort. One of the things that I find really difficult about Impact is trying to get you guys to know what's happening. And when you guys are at school, you're amazing. You just run around and tell people and you go, Impact's cancelled, Impact's on, we're doing this, we're doing that. That's awesome. I never want you guys to stop doing that because you help me out massively. But now we're all online and you guys aren't in school, it's going to be really difficult to make that sort of thing happen. So, I've created a website. Ooh, I miss you guys already. You would have given me a nice little ooh. If you go to impactyouth.co.uk, there'll be an Impact website there. On that website, you will find out all the information that's going to happen for the coming weeks, right? We haven't got all of the events and all of the socials in place, but we're going to keep adding to that. So if you want to know what's going on at all, go to impactyouth.co.uk and we'll let you know what's happening. But also on there is a chance for prayers and questions. We'd love for you to put them in there and we'll try and answer them. So for any future news, go to impactyouth.co.uk. We're going to send you back over to the Zoom group now, okay? So I'm going to say goodbye to you. Thanks so much for listening to me. I hope you've enjoyed it. Go and chat to each other now. Go and talk about it. See you later, guys. See ya. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye.